Sepp Blatter as a phenomenon gives democracy a bad name, brings democracy into disrepute, because the trouble with FIFA, I think, and the reason that it's so easy to manipulate, I use the word manipulated rather than corrupt, but frankly you can have either, is because it's one country, one vote, regardless of the size of the country, and of course regardless of the wealth of the country. Therefore some countries are more susceptible to inducement than others. It makes it pretty easy to control. But yes, Sepp Blatter was a very good influence on football in his early days, when he was the chief executive, I suppose you would say, to Havelange, the old Brazilian who ran FIFA. In those days, Blatter was a good influence on the game, cared about the game. He was a football man. He is a football man, you know. If you looked at those, I don't know if any of you saw the clips from the Oxford Union when he was invited there by the students, and he was asked about who did he prefer on the great issue of the day, Ronaldo or Messi, and he sort of gave what I thought was a really good answer about the difference between the preening Portuguese and the sort of more self-deprecating Argentine. And I thought that was a real football man talking. It was the Sepp Blatter of old, because I can remember he was involved in the excellent reforms of the refereeing regime after the 1990 World Cup, all through the 90s. The back pass rule, which nobody remembers now, the improvements in offside and so on, and the improvement above all in referees clamping down on tackles from behind. That's why we have Messi and Ronaldo, because they don't get kicked out of the game the way that Maradona and Van Basten were. And Sepp Blatter got that right. Ever since then, it's been downhill all the way, I'm sorry to say, and Sepp Blatter is now an unmitigatedly bad influence on football. A prime example, I would say, of power corrupting. So you have to hope that the challenge to him succeeds, but I would give it a snowball's chance in hell, because there are too many candidates and they're too weak. It's too little, too late.